the class is Toxic Influencers 305, an advanced level class. And today we're talking about Eugenia Cooney. Trigger warning, obviously. That name is synonymous with trigger warning at this point. ED talk. That's a trigger warning. So we live in a day and age where everyone wants to be influencers, right, Jack?
Right.
Obviously. And everyone wants views. But I feel like today, some people will make their content about the most ruthless, insane niches to keep that fame and to keep those views. Social media really blurs the line between self-destruction and self-promotion. And there's some influencers who cross that line into just watching them deteriorate for views. An example, Nikocado Avocado, there's no doubt in the world that he is extremely toxic, and what he's doing is destroying himself for, I guess, TikTok fame or YouTube fame, but is he even that famous?
I think he stopped. I think
he stopped.
I think he stopped doing that. But yeah, I think he's decently famous for like the mukbang community.
Well, he's absolutely infamous.
Yeah.
He's like
yes, he's infamous.
He's like a joker.
He
like,
is kind of equivalent to Eugenia. Like,
yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the opposite equivalent.
Yeah.
Because they're both doing the same thing, but just in different ways. So you can kind of watch people die if that's your that's your thing nowadays. But Eugenia Cooney, if you don't know her, she's 29. I really don't think she does anything else except exist.
She Twitch streams. That's it.
She Twitch streams. Love that. She has, I don't believe, any job, but basically she is very sick. Undeniably very sick. She has an ED that starts with A. We're not going to say the word, but I just want to say, I do feel sorry for this girl. I do feel bad for her. I see her account and I just see someone who's like deep in their illness, and it makes me cry because it is very upsetting. But if you don't know, she's been online for a while. Her niche has been her ED. Would you agree?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, the Shane Dawson series was all about her.
Yeah.
And like her mom trapping her and bullshit like that.
Well, we don't talk about that man on this podcast.
Oh.
But
I won't address the S word.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's a slur on this podcast.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Anyway, so now she is thinner than ever, unfortunately. Everyone has been calling 911 to her house like every single day because they literally do not know if she's going to survive. It's gotten to that point of like urgent, someone needs to intervene, 150. People are just scared for her life at this point. It's no longer like we're seeing this girl half struggling. We think she's gonna make a recovery. Like, it just seems almost like end territory at this point. And people are desperately pleading for her to survive. So this is just kind of like her condition. I won't put pictures on the screen during this because I don't wanna force those upon anyone. Okay, I'll put one. I'll put the picture of her, we'll get into it, but her doing the Beyonce single ladies dance, because that's what she likes to do. But so her condition is that like she probably weighs like 70 pounds.
Wow, people are like estimating that. How tall is she?
Maybe less. She's probably like 5'8".
Wow.
Maybe less than that. Her skin is like completely translucent white. She has trouble moving her limbs. She has trouble bending down. Her knees are purple. That's sign of like blood circulation issues. She shakes a lot. She has trouble speaking. She coughs when she talks. Because apparently when you have like heart palpitations, you can cough. And your heart having palpitations is like signs that it might like stop. So she goes live for 8 to 9 hours on Twitch and doesn't eat the whole time.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
So yeah, she allegedly wears a diaper because she's lost control of her pelvic floor muscles because of the lack of nutrients. Well, I'm just describing her condition.
Yeah, no, you are. I didn't know the diaper facts.
Oh, well, and people...
I'm not surprised, though. Not at all.
Sometimes adults need diapers, too. I see the adult underwear models at the store at Target, like on the underwear, and I'm like, word. They look fabulous. Yeah. Strap that diaper on and take on the day. But anyway.
But not you, Eugenia.
But no, I think
no.
If Eugenia needs a diaper.
She needs it.
Give her the diaper. I support that. We can get her like a Hello Kitty one. Like, it'll be great. So these are the comments under her post lately. This should have a warning on it. We just counting down the days at this point. Only a matter of time. She knows exactly what she's doing. Who's filming this? Why aren't they helping her? And the strange thing is she looks happy reading those comments. So let's get into what everyone is saying about her. They think she's toxic. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's a bad influence. Her TikTok needs to be taken down, and she's using this to like profit off of. So let's get into that. Her TikTok views are about 100 million on each post right now. Well, not each post, but that's like her upper level. per pin post have 100 million, 78 million, and 70 million. That's insane.
Whoa.
Some of
I
the most
didn't
viewed
know
TikToks
that.
of all time.
Whoa.
And it seems like she gets worse as the views go up. The only thing that seems to be feeding her right now is the social media fame. So people say, is she a bad person? Should she be banned from the internet? I like to think hopefully Eugenia isn't innately a bad person. You would hope she isn't just doing this to show off her ED, but it kind of feels like she is, because all she posts is like trying on clothes videos, or she'll post like pictures of like a Listerine bottle on her story and be like, I can't lift this, LOL. Like she's just baiting the whole thing.
Oh my god.
She'll like all of her clickbait captions will be like trying on my old clothes, or
my
I'm
God.
changing my lifestyle, or
Yeah.
things are really bad now. But it won't be about her ED.
Yeah.
It'll be about something else. But that's
Right.
the clickbait.
She makes a point to like stand to the side and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. When like in her Beyonce dance video, she definitely made a point to
Yeah.
like, so you can see all her bones and
Yeah.
stuff. And this isn't me like coming for her. This is just me like,
Observation.
just a unbiased observation of what's going on. She refuses to age restrict her videos. Her and her mom lie that she eats all the time and she's completely healthy. But like the law of thermodynamics, like clearly exemplifies you're not. It's calories in, you will gain weight. Calories out, you won't gain weight. Like it's just not going to happen. So it's factually she is not. She lies that they have doctor's notes that says that she's completely fine. So yeah, she's not innocent. I don't think she's innocent at all. She's definitely putting this out there for views and money, but she could be making a ton. She's getting a lot of fame. So sure, that's definitely an incentive there as well. But I do think she's a victim as well. But I maybe like a willing victim to her ED at some points. Like she's dealt with this her whole life. It wasn't just something she started when she hopped on YouTube, like Nikocado Avocado, just doing the mukbangs for the views. Like she's always dealt with this her whole life. And I feel like when someone has an ED, they just get so lost in it. And it can, like, there's a phrase where like people say like my ED was my best friend. Like it made me feel good. I liked the way it got me attention, or the good attention, or it saved me from the fear of like being ugly or being fat or something. So I just feel like as she gets more of this positive affirmation, her ED becomes more of her best friend. Like not only does she get everything she got before, but now she gets the fame and the money and all of this stuff. So of course, her being on YouTube and TikTok is not going to help her recover either. But I'm also not going to blame her for getting lost in it as well, because I think that can happen to a lot of people. She actually was 5150 in the past, and she recovered a little bit. Like her friends like lied to her and like got her institutionalized. But to me, that lets me know like she has the education on the subject, and she has the tools with her to get better, but is choosing not to. But yeah, again, she has all these reasons not to. But the one reason she should get better is for her own health. And that one reason is not enough for her. I see a lot of nurses will comment, or like doctors will, stitch her videos. There's a lot of like healthcare TikTokers, and they'll be like, she might be past the point of refeeding. Like that, like refeeding might kill her. I've never even heard of that phrase, refeeding, but apparently like when you just put all those calories into someone whose body is shut down to a certain point, it could overload them and like kill them. So everyone literally thinks these are like her last days on Earth, and that's very sad. But yeah, I'm not gonna. I've actually blocked her a long time ago.
Wow. So she won't see this.
Just because like she triggered me in a way. Like I don't want to have that negativity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the people that are watching are truly just doing it out of like morbid, like.
Yes. Morbid curiosity.
Is it curiosity even? Like if you're still watching over and over and over, like at that point you're complicit. But.
Yeah. Do you like? I think at this point, if you watch for any other reason but to like urge her to get help, you are not the best person. I've seen a lot of like therapists, because I was like researching this a lot, and like therapists were like, to help Eugenia, comment something to get her help, or you should report her, because taking away any positive affirmation will help her get out of that mindset and be like, oh my God, I need to get help. Or if she is, using all this for her own gain, she will stop doing so. But either way, will like save herself. When's the last time you've seen her on socials?
I mean, I would say probably within the past month, I've probably seen like a video of someone stitching her video saying something.
Yeah, same. Since I blocked her, like I never see it, but
Yeah.
I saw some stitches and I was like, okay, like what's going on?
But it's like if she's streaming for 8 or 9 hours at a time, there's people that are sitting there watching it for 8 or 9 hours, and like those are the
That's
fucking
nuts.
freakos.
Another
like,
reason why I think it's not her fault is because people will comment, "Oh, you look fat today,"
Yeah, like that doesn't help.
and she clearly gets upset.
Yeah.
So
Get off social media and
yes,
I
she
mean,
needs to save herself. But again, she has
this is
one
her
reason
money,
to
yeah.
get off, but she won't do it. So I do think she's, you know, half innocent, half not. But at the end of the day, I wish she never struggled with this, because this is an extreme case, and you know, it's gonna suck one day when she becomes like a martyr for this, and it's all in the past. But anyway, I think what we can learn from this is that like the number one most important thing of your life is not like any outside affirmation of whether you look good or your money or your job. Just the number one thing you have to look out for is your health, because without your health and your that structure, the bones, you have nothing. And I would say like I definitely like went through a phase where I was like too skinny and working out too much, or even if I'm like too lean sometimes. Like in 2021, I was like kind of like muscular and I looked big, but I just had no like fat on me, and I was just like exhausted all the time. So I would say the best days of my life were days like that was why like, I was well fed, when you can tell I was not missing any meals, like right now. So this is like much better than skinny feels. You know that phrase, like nothing tastes as good as skinny feels? Like that's not true. Like things taste much better than skinny feels. That carbone I had that tasted much better than skinny feels. So yeah.